Code cracked his destiny. Why couldn't Admiral Yamamoto escape his fatal mission? Watch the full video for the tragedy of the genius who planned Pearl Harbor. In the silence before the storm stood a man of the sea named Isoroku Yamamoto, an admiral whose mind soared higher than the carrier planes he commanded. He knew the strength of the industrial world. He saw the future not as glorious conquest, but as a dangerous, finite gamble. His knowledge came from beyond the islands. He had studied in America, at Harvard, and as a naval attaché in Washington, D.C. He saw the sprawling factories, the endless oil fields, and the spirit of a vast, untapped power. This observation led to a sobering truth. Japan could win battles, but not a war of attrition. This conviction made him an internal dissident, a voice of caution among the zealots. "I shall run wild for the first 6 months," he warned, "but I have utterly no confidence for the second or third years." Yet, when the emperor commanded, a naval officer's duty was absolute. He would plan the strike. The plan was Pearl Harbor, a daring, calculated punch to buy crucial time. On December 7, 1941, his carriers launched their assault. It was a tactical masterpiece, a brilliant success that shocked the world. But standing amidst the cheers, Yamamoto felt the tremor of the giant he had just awakened. The tide turned with brutal speed. Midway was the reckoning. 4 precious carriers sunk in a single catastrophic battle. The sleeping giant was now awake and producing ships faster than Japan could build them. Yamamoto was a genius, but even genius cannot defy the arithmetic of war. His face, etched with the scars of the Battle of Tsushima from his youth, now carried the deeper, invisible wounds of command. He knew the path forward was less about victory and more about a dignified, bloody defense. The burden of thousands of young lives rested on the shoulders of this one reluctant warrior. In April 1943, as the war in the South Pacific ground on, Yamamoto decided to tour the front lines, a necessary trip to boost the morale of the embattled airmen and sailors. He carefully scheduled his flight path and timing, departing from Rabaul in a bomber flanked by fighter escorts. Unbeknownst to him, American cryptographers had broken the Japanese naval code, magic. His precise flight schedule was intercepted and translated. A target was confirmed. A mission was planned. Operation Vengeance. The hunt for the mastermind had begun. Over the jungles of Bougainville, the P-38 Lightnings intercepted the bomber formation. It was a swift, brutal aerial ambush. Admiral Yamamoto's aircraft crashed into the dense, unforgiving rainforest below, the life of Japan's greatest strategist extinguished by the consequence of his own, well-understood opponent. His story is a paradox, a brilliant strategist who executed a war he never wanted, against a foe he correctly feared. Isoroku Yamamoto